Golly, and howdy, Joe here, Joe Van. Um, and the Joe is my first name, and Vancouver is where I live. And I've been feeling an invitation to speak up. So howdy, pleasure to meet you. Joe Van here. How you doing? And actually, for me, I'm cultivating an acronym, an aphorism in the term howdy. And this what I've come up with is honesty, open-mindedness, willingness, do you. And the do you part is both a question and an aspiration. Anyways, um, that's kind of a touching the compass before starting a journey. Um, Among many other things, I'm a bit of a photographer, and this is one of my images. And I a topic of I call it wet light. I find compellingly attractive, and this is an evening shot, I think, and the amber, almost gold, not quite copper, blending into a kind of gray olive into green. Anyways, it's reminiscent of the spectrum from copper to copper oxide, that reddish brown to the bright green blue. And also, just the way the light's playing across the water, it's almost like harpsichord of light. And it's a reminder that while this image is a kind of gorgeous, it's um, not honest in showing that actually all of this is in motion and dancing. And even though this is a still, that's worth noticing. And well, what's the subject here? Uh, would you say light, water, or air? As much as the water there is, you're seeing air too. And actually, the reflective surface across which the light plays is an effect of the density differential between air and water. A liter of water weighs 1,000 grams. That's what a definition of a liter is at sea level. A liter of air weighs 1 gram, 0.2. And so the differential between the two states of matter, liquid and gas, is about 800 times. And how to translate that is that when one crosses the differential to the other, it's significant. Um, you take a liter of water and expand it into gas, turn it to steam. In other words, what we call steam power, nuclear power, oodles of other powers that are actually heat driven. That differential, something that's the size of 1 liter, because the size becomes the size of 800 liters, almost almost a ton. And that immense differential drives a great many pistons in this world. And that's worth noticing too. Uh, and I don't know how much this civilization has explored the option of gaining energy when the water vapor contracts back into liquid. Seems to me there'd be a lot of other energy on the other side of that teeter-totter. And there's a lot of other things to contemplate about this. It's actually just a tiny little corner of the Pacific. And the Pacific is the biggest pond round these parts. And its name is Peace. And maybe that's worth noticing too. Anyway, I'm Joe. I do a bit of photography, and I kind of get around. Anyways, I'm considering a little project for Vancouver, kind of a callback to the painted porch of the Stoics in Athens. And the painted porch was a public place where people could come together and talk. And it's kind of complicated and you can look it up, but I'm just gonna suggest one little thing for a painted porch. And so I'm gonna hit pause and I'm gonna change the background and then we'll be back.